So thanks everybody for coming. Obviously, we wanted to get this information out to you guys as quickly as possible, and I'm just here to take any questions you might have.
Just for starters, John, does this in any way affect your NCAA tournament eligibility?
No, not at all. There's no postseason ban. There's nothing like that. In fact, any penalties we had were the minimum that could have been given out for this type of infraction.
So no games forfeited either?
There are some games where there's a vacation of records from those few years where some players played when they were technically ineligible.
It said that the coach gave out small amounts of cash to players. What's a small amount? How much money was being given?
You know, I don't know the exact amounts. I think it was ranged anywhere from like $10 to $50 to distribute amongst the group.
So it said it was done after wins. Was this basically reward to players for winning games?
I don't know if it was exactly when it was. I just think it was dollars to eat with, was my understanding. Whether it was after games or practice, I'm not 100% sure, quite honestly.
So at this point, do you not know, like those 3 seasons that are affected, the wins that would have to be vacated? You guys don't have an accounting of that yet?
We do. I think it's all of them, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll certainly, it's all in the detail there, but I'm pretty sure it's any game where a player played when they had gotten some money and they're ineligible for it. So my understanding, that's all of them.
And what does the 3 years of probation entail exactly?
We just really have to report on what we're continuing to do, what we started to do in terms of corrective action, monitoring, and just reporting back in terms of those activities that we keep undertaking.
What measures have you taken to ensure that this doesn't happen again?
Continue to educate, re-educate, more monitoring, better connection between coaches, administrative staff in athletic department and in other parts on campus to make sure, you know, everything is followed and all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed.
When did you guys become aware of the allegations?
Just this more, the allegations or the penalties?
The allegations.
So,
When did you find out that you were being investigated?
so actually we found out ourselves what the issues were about 1.5 years ago, and then we self-reported those to the NCAA. We had an outside group come in and help us with the investigation, and then all of that was, as I said, self-reported, and then we were working with the NCAA the last year and change on it.
Was there any surprise that there was a release of a report today, or were you expecting that? Or
We weren't exactly expecting it. We knew we had gotten a heads up on Friday that we'd be getting something today, so it was really short notice.
you mentioned the team records like those wins get vacated. I think the report also said that individual records of ineligible players would be vacated.
That's correct.
I guess. So do we know which players that is and which records are affected with that?
Not yet. We're going through all that, so we'll go through and match up the players with the records and go through the record book and make the adjustments. So don't have an answer for you right now.
That would just mean players would drop on the career scoring lists and things like rebounds.
That's
and
my
things
understanding.
Like
Yeah.
How soon will you know that?
How soon?
How soon is it?
I think we've got with about 14 days where we have to get that information turned around and sent back to the NCAA.
To have this report dropped, you guys are on the verge of a pretty special season right now, John. Does this put a damper or kind of a black eye on things at all?
Actually, I don't think it does. I think it kind of helps us. It puts everything to bed. It puts us behind us. You know, we understand what we did wrong. We understand what coaches at the time did wrong, took the corrective action, and now it's done. It's over with.
You have a few players at this point on the current team who were on those teams, or at least on one of those teams. I guess, are any of those current players affected, involved with this?
No, anybody that had gotten dollars impermissibly, they all paid the money back to charities of their choice. And it ranged anywhere from $11 to $100, I think. So they then had to pay that back to a charity of their choice. They did that, so then their eligibility was immediately restored. And this was, I don't know, about 1.5 years ago, before last season.
This was before Jamie in the season?
Correct.
So,
That's how we term it now, Jamie in the season.
so players who are on the team, players who are on the team now, who are on the team then, were among the players who were all the players who were receiving some kind of money.
I think they distributed amongst everybody on the roster because they didn't know who actually got it, and sometimes it was given to one person to share with others. So they just looked at everybody on the roster.
Good. All right. Thank you.